I was kicked out when I was fairly young because of singing. We were brought up in a really strict religious upbringing, and it was actually a wonderful childhood, but it was very sheltered. So the idea of doing music was just like, that was just never gonna happen, because what we were brought up in was a Pentecostal church. I was kicked out when I was fairly young because of singing. So when I tell people I got kicked out, they're like, what'd you do? I'm like, oh, I just sang a song about my sister. I was born into that church. My dad was born into that church. His dad was an elder of the church. So when that changed, you know, I was at war a little bit with myself, because you feel like what you're doing isn't right. When you are told to leave a church, you immediately aren't allowed to have contact with people, you know. I was still in school when I did have some mates from the church who would still talk to me and stuff, and I felt pretty good like that. I think even if you weren't in that, if you're gonna be 16 years old, you're naturally gonna be testing the waters anywhere, regardless of what you're brought up in. So, you know, you're figuring it out. I was just a kid. I had no idea how the world operated.